This war for the world that I spoke about a year ago, do you remember that video? The war for the world is reaching its final stages. We are close. We are so close. A year ago, I asked you to get through to Christmas. You did that. And then I said, watch out what's going to happen over the next few months. And I said, bit by bit by bit, the story will come out. And what's happened? The story has started coming out. News stories that we wouldn't have heard a year ago are now starting to come out. We are winning. We are so close. And just speaking to Carl's point, patience. There's two reasons why we need it. One, because we are so close. If any of us were to do anything precipitous, it would give the powers that be the plausible reason to take draconian measures, lock us down. So we don't. We stay calm. We stay in control. The second reason why this is important is because patience, and Carl mentioned it. George Washington, leader of the colonists in the American Revolutionary War, he led his country to victory against the greatest superpower at the time, Great Britain. And these weren't trained soldiers. They were just ne'er-do-wells and farmers and cobblers with their own muskets. Bloody feet, tromping through the snow, fighting for their country. Washington led these men into victory, and he said, the first requisite of leadership is patience. You need a lot of skills, there's no doubt about that, but patience, patience, patience. Because you've got to bring people with you. Now that's important for you because you are the leadership that will lead this country. That's how this organization is set up. Every one of you, whether you know it or not, whether you want to or not, will have the responsibility to lead the rest of the nation because there's 26.59 million of us out there that may not be ready to go. You know what's coming. Most of them have no idea. Absolutely none. Your leadership, your skill, your patience is what's going to move Australia from where it is to where it needs to be. And we have to bring everybody with us, as many as possible. Now, there are 7 deadly sins in the Bible, and I've probably been guilty of all of them, some of them several times. But there's an 8th one, and that's that impatience, because like you, I've had a gutful. I've had enough. I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, and I give it a mouthful. And that's okay. Have your quiet spit, and then get back to work like all of us. That's normal. But you must, every one of you, you must. Keep your powder dry and wait. We are so close. Now, I've said before, it's not our job to storm Parliament House. That's somebody else, and they're doing a bloody good job of it. Our job is to rebuild the nation, and this is going to be long and difficult. But that's what we have to do. We'll be rebuilding the nation. If you want a little insight into maybe how good things are now going, you know how you've seen a few low-level people being arrested? Well, I think it was the number 2 man in China. And for those of you, and be aware that we are live streaming this, and this is going to be recorded. And this talk is actually not just for Melbourne. It's not just for Victoria. It's not just for Australia. This is for the world. Because when Australia One speaks, they listen. We have supporters. In fact, we, the A1 family, are better known overseas than we are in Australia. From the Philippines to Vietnam, to Ireland, to Italy, to Poland, Serbia, everywhere. Where else? Canada, big fans in Canada. So we are talking to them as well. We are so close. And so when the number 2 man in China is frog marched from the podium during a conference, what does that tell you? Give that woman a chocolate frog. So this isn't a matter of trusting the plan. You've got to trust yourself, point 1. Point 2, watch what's going on and you'll know the plan is in operation and it's working, okay? So we are okay. The Galactic Larrikins, bloody outstanding, just up and away they go. They get this stuff happening.